Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. For those who have been following the channel for a while, they know how much I value bag work, and the modern martial artist isn't using it enough. So today's video, I'm gonna give you bag work drills that you're probably not doing. It's gonna help you improve your timing, your footwork, as well as different fight concepts.
Bazooka Joe Valtellini!
Before we get into the different drills, I want to talk about one of my biggest pet peeves when I see people doing bag work. And that's when they stop it between every combination. When the bag moves, that's what makes it fight realistic. You have to apply fight concepts to be able to stop the bag or move and put yourself in a position to hit it. So when you do these drills, just remember, use different strikes to stop the bag or to move the bag the way you want. The first of the bag work drills is one we see a lot more frequently, and that's timing the bag as it moves forward and backwards. And this one is really good because it helps you simulate catching your opponent as they come in. So traditionally, you're gonna see this with a nice rear straight or a nice knee, usually set up with your front kicks. As the bag comes in, I time it. So most of the times in a Muay Thai way, we'll see, front kicks timed with knees, or as my opponent comes in, I can smack them with those nice elbows. So you wanna work on the timing of catching your opponent as they come in. So I can mix in a lot of rear straights, okay? Front kicks into knees or elbows. But when I do this drill, for me, it's all about finding my rear straight to get as much power as I can, because your opponent's walking in, this is when you wanna beat them to the strike in mid-range. Now that you have established that basic timing, hitting your opponent or the bag as soon as they come into mid-range, now it's time to take nice little quarter turns. If you're fighting a pressure fighter, you want to create angles if they're coming straight forward. So I can use shuffle steps and I can use quarter turns. The opponent comes in, boom, take my angle and attack down center line. Same thing, I can use shuffle, stance switches, all to create different angles. The third drill for attacking a forward and backwards moving bag, it's important to use your shifts and your back step to keep that distance. So as I see the bag come towards me, I could use my back steps. And you can see before I throw any strike, I'm using stance switches just to get comfortable with the distance and the range. Okay, this is gonna help you set up the different strikes and the target. So I'm automatically maintaining my distance control with the footwork. Now, once you've mastered that footwork, what you wanna do is you wanna add a strike. And say I'm moving forward, as I shift, I hit. As I come back, I hit. So the timing of the bag is when it sets at the point before it changes direction. Boom, boom. So this is where timing becomes really important in your bag work, right? So you're working that footwork as well as the timing in the bag. You'll see, depending on the stance I'm in, I'm gonna throw. If I'm stuck here as a southpaw, I'm not gonna go to my orthodox, I'm just gonna throw my rear straight. Same thing with my back steps. Whatever point and whatever stance I'm in, I'm gonna throw my rear power from that side. The second type of drilling, we're gonna capitalize on using our lateral tracking. So we're gonna want the bag to move side to side. We're gonna visualize keeping your opponent against the ring or the cage. We're gonna use that lateral footwork, and one of my favorites, attacking with the low kicks and doubling up on the hooks. Now that we've gotten our timing with the bag moving forward and backwards, now it's time to work on our lateral tracking, which is gonna simulate ring control, cage control, keeping your opponent against those ropes of that cage. So you're gonna see a stance difference a little bit here. When I wanna move laterally, I like to be more in either a square stance or completely neutral. This way, I can track a little bit faster, especially in MMA with the octagon. You have to be able to shuffle a little quicker because we don't have those corners to kind of herd our opponents in. So, like I said, I don't want you touching the bag. It's all about using your strikes. So to even start this drill, you're gonna see how I start by using my kicks to get the bag to swing. And now once I have the bag swinging, you can see how I shuffle, right, to keep the bag moving. Now from this position, okay, I have the option of stopping my opponent's movement. Oosh. Okay, this is what I'm gonna use to stop their movement. Or I could get them to attack and keep moving in the same direction. The bag's moving. Once I'm ready, I don't like the position, I can stop them with a hard low kick. And that's what I'm trying to work on this drill, trying to walk the bag into powerful low kicks. Now, with lateral tracking, I love to use my low kicks as well as my hooks because they're the power weapon that my opponent walks into. So just as with the low kick, the bag comes in, I stop it, I meet it, that's the most power I'm gonna get. But the same thing can happen with your hooks. So as I'm here, shuffling, boom, I double it up, boom, 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 bop, bop, bop. And just like the low kicks, I could work on really doing those movement stoppers where I just stop them right away as they come in. I could even mix in straight punches to keep my opponent guessing, and boom, attack off of that, boom. The third and final drill is going to be the stationary bag. And why I like the stationary bag, because it allows you to use that triangle step to be able to hit and move. But technically, it helps you work on impact, full extension. We do not want the bag to move, so we have to use long techniques and good distance control in our footwork. And this is where we're gonna really work on our triangle stepping, because we're able to hit, move, create an angle, and then come back again. So what this round really works on is getting extension in your punch. I want you to touch the bag and hit it without it moving. The big example, if I'm gonna throw my power weapon, this is punching through the target. Oosh! Right? That's a lot of power, but what's happening is I'm missing out on extension. I'm almost pushing the bag. So all of my strikes now have to come fast and with full snap and full extension. Now, oosh! See, I threw that right hand just as hard, but now I'm using extension. And as soon as I hit the bag with my two knuckles, I pull back just as fast. So you're still getting speed, power, and impact, right? But now you're controlling your weapon, all right? So now with this type of concept, you're gonna add in punches to attack, to exit, and triangle step. So it's all about hitting and dancing around your opponent on angles. There you have it, different bag work drills that you should be adding to your training. The modern martial artist has gone away from bag work, and it's time to bring it back. It's too valuable to work timing, footwork, as well as different fight concepts. So make sure you add it in on a regular basis, and I can guarantee you, you're gonna see a big difference when it comes to pad work, sparring, as well as your fights. To me, it's more important to do bag work on a daily basis than it is to run. You're practicing the skills, you're improving technique in the sport you're trying to be better at. So make sure you keep liking, subscribing, and sharing Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA.